Yo, what's good, everybody? So let's get into something I think I should have talked about it probably earlier for people who are starting to watch my channel, but let's talk about it now. What I want to get into today is things to keep in mind before you start taking, whether it's Wegovy, Mounjaro, or any other weight loss medication. I'm going to speak from a personal standpoint, not a scientific standpoint. So I'll tell you about what I've experienced, what I wish I did different, what I wish I didn't do, what I wish I did do, and all in between. So let's get into the video. I do want to share this. I did get my tattoo finished, well, part of it finished, my sleeve this week. And I think it looks pretty damn good. I got it done by DC Society, owned by David Bautista in Tampa. And I definitely think they hit it out of the park so far. But yeah, thought some people would like to see that. Some people would like to share it. But yeah, let's get into the main content of the video. All right, so let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to touch on is that before you start taking Wegovy or Mounjaro, you may want to keep in mind that there's a possibility it's going to have to be a lifelong commitment. And that's something I failed to take into consideration when I started taking the medication. And I probably should have taken it into consideration because I read a lot of people saying that it's a lifeline, well, kind of that too, but it's a lifelong commitment. And I kind of said, oh, when I stop taking it, I'll just do what I can to keep the weight off. And I don't know that's possible for some people. I stopped taking the medication, honestly, did everything you would normally do to lose weight. And that's after taking Wegovy and Mounjaro. I calorie deficits, fasted cardio, intermittent fasting. I mean, everything you could possibly imagine. And I was still gaining weight. And as simple as that. I wasn't losing anything. I was still gaining weight, and I was doing everything one could possibly do to lose weight. So that never happened to me before. Like, if I worked hard at losing weight before I started the medication, I would lose weight. When I did this after the medication, I wasn't losing weight. So I dismissed the fact that it may be a lifelong commitment before starting the medication, when in reality, I probably should have listened to those articles I read, Facebook groups, posts, all that stuff, because they were right. I mean, there's a good chance it is a lifelong commitment if you want to keep the weight off. If you're okay with gaining some of it back in a rebound, then that's a decision for you to make. But for me, I came to the realization that if I stop taking this medication, there's a high chance no matter what I do, I'll gain a lot of the weight I lost back. And it's unfortunate, but I made the decision to start taking the medication, so I have to make the decision to keep taking the medication. It's as simple as that. Do I want to feel nauseous sometimes, or do I want to keep the weight off? It's a decision that I essentially have to make on my own. And that's clearly I made that decision by looking at my last video as I'm taking Wegovy again. The second thing I want to stress, and I can't stress this enough, I've said it in so many of my past videos, if you watch them, it's you have to stay hydrated when you're on these medications. You have to. I don't know what it is, but if you're not drinking enough water, you will know it, and you will know it quick. Even this week, I started taking my Wegovy on Monday. Today is Saturday. Yesterday, I had it was almost like a panic attack, and I think that's from being dehydrated, just because I haven't been drinking enough water and I started taking the medication again. You just need to fuel your body. I haven't been eating as much as I normally would since my appetite has been so decreased from starting the medicine again that I have to replenish those electrolytes I'm losing with water, and I essentially haven't been doing that, and I could tell very quickly that I haven't been doing that. So it's something you definitely want to keep in mind. And yeah. Another thing that you have to keep in mind, that if your insurance covers it, great. My insurance, I'm lucky, it covers the medication now. My previous insurance, you know, if you're not new here, I had to fight with them to get it covered in the first place. And but my new insurance, luckily, I didn't have to do any fighting. It was covered right away. But if that's not the case for you, and you have to be paying out of pocket, you have to be ordering, you have to really take into consideration the financial impact it's going to have on you. If you can afford it, great. If you think you could only afford it for a few months, you may want to reconsider. You may want to take other avenues. You may want to try using that money on a trainer, using that money on maybe a nutritionist, using that money on maybe it's a plan for you to use. It's just something along those lines, because it's expensive. It really is. If you're paying out of pocket, I mean, even when I was paying for some of My Wegovy, when I was paying my copay, was even $300 a month, and that's a lot. That's another car payment really for a lot of people. So if you're going to struggle to pay that every month, I think there's other avenues that you can take to lose the weight. I know it's not for everybody. Some people need this medication to be able to succeed in their weight loss journey. If you can explore other options though, I definitely would recommend it if financially it makes sense for you to explore those other options. It's a big commitment when you start taking this medication. As I mentioned before, there's a likelihood you're going to have to take it for a long time. So you need to really keep that in mind when you start taking it. If you haven't tried anything else and this is your first option, I think I would try other options before you start taking it. Because when you do start taking this, you're not just going to lose the weight. You still have to put the hard work in. You're still going to have to do what you need to do. You're still going to have to eat healthy and all that fun stuff. It's not just a magic pill that you just drop the weight altogether. It'll make you want to eat less, but you still have to work out. You still have to eat healthy when you do eat. You still have to get enough protein, which is my another thing, is make sure you get enough protein intake. If you're not getting enough protein intake, you'll feel that also. My goal has been right around however many pounds you weigh. So let's say you weigh 200 pounds, try and get 200 grams of protein a day. It's tough. It sounds crazy, but if you want to feel good while you're taking this medication, I really do believe that that's what you have to do in order to feel good while taking it. I'll have like the Fairlife protein shakes. I'll have just whatever it takes, honestly. If it's just chicken, eat a lot of chicken, eggs, protein shakes, protein bars. I don't know what the hell I just got in my eye as I'm filming this video, but whatever. But yeah, just keep in mind that, like, as far as protein goes, water intake, all that stuff, you have to keep up with it. This isn't a shot you could just take, and that's it. Whether it's any weight loss medication, metabolically is going to raise your internal temperature. You're going to have to follow a certain diet when you take it to ensure that you feel right when you take it. I've been on amphetamine. I had to drink a lot of water on it because it heats you up, essentially. It makes you dehydrated. You have to drink a lot of water. I've been on Wegovy and Mounjaro. Both of those, you have to have enough protein. You have to drink enough water. You have to be able to keep on track. If you have to take Metamucil, you have to take that. There's certain supplements you're going to have to take while you're taking these medications. It's not a magic pill, and a lot of people think it is, and that's something you have to keep in mind. But if you are struggling to lose weight, you've tried other things, and this is your last line of defense, I 150% recommend these medications because they will help you lose weight. I was doing everything I could to lose weight, couldn't do it, just everything possible. These medications, when I first tried losing weight, helped me substantially. And it showed how much they helped me when I stopped taking them. I was doing exactly what I was doing before, couldn't lose weight. And then I started taking Wegovy this week and I'm already down a few pounds. So it's showing already how effective these medications are if you're doing what you need to do while you're taking them. And I can't stress that enough. You can't just take this medication and not do anything throughout the week, no matter what you're taking. No matter what the weight loss medication is, you have to do on your own for the other 6 days of the week that you're not taking your injection. You have to be disciplined, whether it's working out, whether it's drinking water, whether it's eating healthy. You don't get me wrong, you could have your cheat meals. You could probably afford a little more to have those cheat meals than if you weren't taking the medication, but you can't just eat whatever the hell you want, drink whatever the hell you want, and then still expect to lose weight like you want to. It's that simple. So I appreciate you guys taking time to watch the video. Just some of my personal experience, some things I recommend for you. It's not any science-based stuff. It's just, once again, personal experience. So if you like watching the video, if it helped you at all, leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. If you have any comments, any tips for people, please leave your comments down below. I'm sure others would appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'll probably post a video next week, give you my weight loss update, hopefully down a few pounds then. And yeah, I'll let you know how my side effects are going now that I restarted the medication. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.